One of the things that I learned to do in that relationship early on was how to sleep right. And he would take very unflattering pictures of me sleeping in video. And he knew that he was doing it. He thought it was funny. He would pan down to himself in the video, like pretending to look scared that I was this creature in bed next to him. And I was just sleeping and my mouth was open. I don't remember if I was like lightly snoring or anything like that, but he would do that. And he was going to post it on TikTok. I had begged him not to because why would you do that? That's so humiliating. I'm just trying to sleep in bed next to you. And then it was that was unflattering pictures, and then there was the video. Well, no, that was the video, and then there was pictures, and it was from, just angles that made you just look like a monster. And I remember waking up between like 2:30 to 3 in the morning one time, just in excruciating pain. And it was him punching me in the back of the head. He was up on his elbows and he was just wailing me with his other hand. And I was shrieking, "What are you doing?" And he stopped and he was kind of cussing with an attitude under his breath. And he went back over to fall back asleep. I tried to address it with him and he was getting mad at me that I was trying to talk about it with him. And I was very careful about making sure that I slept facing away from him and staying facing away from there on out, because if he woke up to punch me in the head again, it wouldn't be my face. I didn't want to get punched in the face. But yeah, I tried addressing it with him in the morning. Didn't apologize, didn't do any of that. He just said, "I was fighting a demon in my sleep." Were you? So calmly on your elbow, not any kind of grunts or anything like that, just intentionally swearing under your breath and then refusing to, just... And I was sharing the story with my friend because it was nuts. This is nuts. And she said that her abuser did the same thing. So it's not that uncommon. But regardless, yeah. Being afraid of being assaulted in your sleep, I remember, like, every time I wake up, you take that deep breath in or you adjust in a bed, my entire spinal column and my rib cage would snap, crackle, and pop like it was a Rice Krispie treat. And I always woke up more exhausted and then more pain than when I went to sleep. And what's more is when they left after I just kicked them out, 2 days maybe, because I didn't sleep much after because I had a lot of work that I had to do. My back and my rib cage, that didn't snap, it didn't crackle, it didn't pop, it didn't do any of those things. And I actually didn't wake up so groggy, and I didn't wake up in so much pain. Yeah. The way that it affects your sleep, the way that, like, sleep happens for you, that's very different. And one of my favorite parts about that, I almost forgot about this, the memory, that, like, it comes in patches, and I'm so afraid of forgetting it. if you move around in bed too much, if you don't settle in after a little bit, like kind of tossing and turning, they tend to punch the bed a lot. They tend to get really aggravated about the movement in the bed. That would go in waves. Sometimes they were okay with it. Sometimes not. Nothing was ever consistent. Nothing. And actually, that was something that was, even in that, terrifying. I'm like, you say you want all of this consistency, you want this consistent effort from a person, but then you brag about being the guy who, you never know what's going to come next. That's not spontaneous, it's not adventurous, it's not any of those things. It's terrifying. Like, that keeps you on edge. It wasn't as charming as they thought that it was. Like, you want consistency, but you want to keep people on their toes. What? Why is this a thing?